let's get back to the train. So the train's going to pass the sawmill, come back on the other track that crosses the trestle. So we're using the same scene twice here. And here the main line will continue on down through a shark tunnel here and on down. And here's where if it went through that tunnel, that would go to the other side where we were right after we came off the track elevator. If the train comes around this way, it can also on the other side where we were come back through the layout to this side. This is where it would like reverse. So if a train like where this one is here takes this tunnel, goes down the other side, all the way around the end, it comes back to here, it's now reverse direction. But that's not going to be the normal flow. So the normal flow would be, it would come back into through this tunnel, and all this foam work I've just finished in the last few weeks, and it's kind of beat me down. I'm 81 and a half as I write this, and I've been stepping up and down on that platform back there that I can slide along to reach that. So I want to get the backdrop painted, and then I'll start coloring all this, and then I can start laying track. But I did not want to work over track doing all that. So the foam work goes pretty quick. I've gotten a lot quicker, but there's hundreds of pieces that were cut here. So our train then will come back onto the elevator, load onto the elevator. The elevator will go back down to the lower level. And the train on the lower level will come off through here, through a tunnel right here. And now it's down on the lower level. There's the other tunnel entrance on the upper to reverse also. All these areas where there's tunnels, all this scenery lifts right off. So I can get to any of the track or turn out at any time. The train will pass the edge of a small town in here. There'll be a train station, some small businesses. Again, this will be the edge of a town. Some small light industry along this area here. And then the train will follow. The train will follow along the base of the cliff there and come on down and enter these tunnels into the hidden staging area again. So that's a complete loop around the layout. I've got a lot of work to do, clouds and other scenery on these backdrops, and that's next. And then I'll move down to all the scenery. I don't want to be painting it really anymore until I get done with the backdrops, in case I get paint down below. This is going to be the focal point of the layout, is this sawmill complex. A empty coal train would come down these tracks right here on the inside, these two tracks, go through this tunnel to the other side, and then it will come into the coal mine complex, which is not all glued together there. And underneath the complex, you can see back in there, that outer rail actually crosses the inner rail. So the empty train will come into this building and in underneath this mesa and around in under this mesa, underneath here. This all removes. And in this tunnel here, the tracks, actually there's a crossing, and the empty train will go across the tracks and into hidden storage to be stored. Meanwhile, there's a full train, duplicate train, that's all the cars are full, and the hidden storage. It comes around underneath the scenery here, around underneath that piece of plywood there, and that track comes out of the coal mine back in on the left-hand side. And so that track comes out, so the full coal mine train exits down these tracks here and joins the main line way down by the village. So the idea is that as an empty train is going into the coal mine complex and disappearing underneath this mesa, the full train is emerging, and hopefully it will have the illusion to some degree that the train's being loaded in the coal mine. So it's been a lot of work on this scenery, but I enjoy it. Some ways I'm going to miss the fact that I'm not doing it anymore. So if you're looking to do scenery, I'd take a strong look at using foam board. You can do some nice stuff with it, and when you get done, you don't have to do too much more to it. I mean, I've just got a real light coat of spackling on all this, a little bit heavier in some place where I made a mistake, and then paint it. So I see a lot of people do foam work and then put Sculptamold and other things on top of it. You can shape it into the final appearance and just have to put a very, very thin layer of spackling or something on it to just kind of seal it and seal the cracks and so forth. And it works really good, and it's light. So in this area here, I'll be able to get to the underside of them turnouts. So every place I have turnouts or tunnels, the foam work lifts off. That whole section lifts off. This section lifts off here. So I guess I'll quit rattling on here, and hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll have some more up as I progress with the backdrops and so forth. Thanks for watching. See you.